Back here at the tank, Brodie Brazil with Drew Remenda following a 3-2 Sharks overtime win over Utah. All is well that ends well, right? Not exactly how you draw it up. You go up 2-0 early. We're on Macklin hat trick watch. We sit most of the game with the 2-0 score. Utah ties it. J.J. Peterka was very difficult in the third period, but how do you describe the way this one played out?
Well, you're right. It wasn't a very pretty game. In fact, the San Jose Sharks, I thought, were outplayed for most of the game.
Yeah.
Their puck possession was almost nil. They didn't get their forecheck game going. They turned the puck over too many times. Credit the Utah Mammoth for how they pressure.
You almost said hockey club.
I almost did. I want to say Jazz, believe it or not, because you know I'm a big basketball guy.
Ruzi calls them the Coyotes.
I know, he did actually a couple times tonight. But when you look at the way that Utah was playing, they were bringing the pressure, and the Sharks were not being able to play the game they wanted. They really didn't have a lot of offensive chances. They only had 20 shots on net.
Yeah.
But I believe also in the clutch gene. And I asked Will Smith after the game, I said, we had him on the interview on the radio side, I said, when that hand goes up, he goes, oh yeah, I start getting excited right away. I believe that there are guys out there that they want the puck. Like Gene Hackman said to Keanu Reeves in The Replacements. When he said, what do you want to do? And Keanu Reeves goes, I want the ball.
Right.
And he said, Gene Hackman said, winners always do.
Well, Macklin looked possessed individually on the power play in overtime. He had a couple good looks before he ultimately got the winner. And I mean, just his scoring prowess tonight. The two quick ones early, good setups by Will Smith, good setup by Colin Graff on the breakaway. But for somebody to finish the job like this, I don't think we talk about that enough. He gets opportunities, but lately, Drew, he's been finishing the job. Yeah,
I watched tonight's game, and I thought to myself after that winning goal, what's the ceiling on this kid?
It's hard to predict right now.
It really is. He is joined now in so many different categories.
Right.
Wayne Gretzky,
right.
Sidney Crosby,
right.
Mario Lemieux. In fact, tonight, he joined Mario, Sidney, and Wayne and some other teenagers who scored two hat tricks in a season or something like that.
For game winners.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But his mental game is as strong as I've ever seen. Not a 19-year-old or a 20-year-old. It's veteran guys. He wants the puck. He wants to win more than anything. He's not the loquacious type, as you hear on the interviews.
Yeah.
But he is a guy that believes that he can get it done with the help of his teammates. He's always wanted to make sure he spreads the praise around.
Of course.
But with Macklin, I have to think it's his upbringing with his father, Rick, who is former pro athlete and does so much great work with the Warriors, and a guy who made high performance his science. But you've got a father like that, and a brother that he has, and a sister that he has that are very good athletes as well, and the whole family's about athletics.
Yeah.
But you've got a dad there that can show you why and how. Look there's that guy right over there, that Steph Curry guy.
Firsthand, you can see it. Yeah,
there's that Steph Curry guy working hard. This is why he's doing that, and we see it when we go to practice, and he's on the ice first all the time. He's trying to perfect his craft, and when he gets into this situation, he is a driven man.
Still another game where the Sharks allow 2 or fewer to the opponent. It almost was a third goal. There was that challenge, that review, that goal taken away for Utah. But Yaroslav Askarov is continuing to have a very good November.
Yeah, exactly.
His numbers are great this month.
Really good. He was really mad at himself on the second goal.
And I get it, right? It slipped right through.
Goes through him. Yeah. Goalies hate that when it goes. Well, goalies hate when any puck goes by.
We're past, though, the point where he's just hot. You know what I mean? This is 6 starts in November where he's beyond just a small sample size.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got his game back. And I did all those games last year with the Barracuda. I saw Yaroslav play. I saw him play in the playoffs firsthand. He had a 1.94 goals against average, a 9.28 save percentage, and the Barracuda were beat to in the playoffs, and he still gave them a chance to win. He is a guy who always gives his team a chance to win, especially the way he's playing. We wondered at the start of the year, right? We thought start of the year was the season was what he needed to do, was to make sure he brought some confidence to the goaltending position.
Right.
And he and Alex Nedeljkovic,
Yeah.
we touted them at the start. Yeah, they're going to be great. It's going to be fine. This is the time that the San Jose Sharks goalie was going to be there, no problem. And let's be honest, started out shaky.
Yeah.
But then Ryan Warsofsky was asked about Yarrow in, I think it was Minnesota, about how he was playing. It was an honest question. And he gave a very good answer about he hasn't even played 20 games in the National Hockey League yet.
Right.
He's 23 years old.
Right.
We believe in him.
Right.
And I think that, there's that saying that some coaches have, that players need to know how much you care before they care about how much you know. In other words, you got to show the guy, hey, listen, I believe in you.
Right.
I know you can do it. That's why you're here.
Right.
We're going to help you. And then they'll talk about X's and O's after that.
Right.
So I think when Yarrow felt that, they got my back.
Yeah.
And the Sharks have an outstanding goalie department. It's what we expected.
Coming to fruition.
Yeah.
Hey, final thing.
Yeah.
Isn't this another game, and the way it played out, where the Sharks last year, 2 years ago, 3 years ago,
Get blown out.
they lose?
Yeah, they lose this game.
And they might lose in regulation or they lose in overtime, but they don't get 2 points.
No, they don't.
That's why this is different.
It is. From a coach's point of view,
They're still not happy.
no,
I get
they're
it.
not happy.
I know.
Listen, coaches, we're never happy. I'm going to say we because
Right.
I was never happy.
Unless the Stanley Cup was won
Exactly.
tonight. No, nobody's
win your
happy.
last game, you're happy.
Right.
But when you look at this game, you'll break this thing down. They'll be mad. They'll be even more angry after tomorrow.
Good.
Watching it on video. But that's exactly
Right. See you on Thursday.
Exactly. That's exactly how they
Right.
should be thinking. That's
Right.
exactly the message. And you'll show the guys the video tomorrow, or maybe even Thursday morning, and you'll say, "Hey, guys, this is blah 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 blah. What we need to be able to do better." The guys will already know that they
Right.
didn't play great,
Right.
And they know that they were fortunate, but fortune favors the brave, and they were able to get it done tonight. And heck, we've seen a lot of losses. And
Yeah.
you're smart. You're hockey fans. Hockey fans have to be smart. You saw the game they played, but this is a team now that has guys who can change the game like that for you.
All right. We did it, Drew.
Yeah.
We finished.
Yay.
We'll see you next time.